reactions. Hello. It's been a while since we checked out Max0r's channel, so we're doing it today, baby! That's right, we're checking out his Monster Hunter one, because there's actually a new Monster Hunter game coming out. So, why not check out one of his older videos involving Monster Hunter? Let's do it! Before we get started, you know the vibes, the like button, subscribe button, leave a comment down below to feed the algorithm quads. Check us out over on Twitch. I stream every single day on Twitch at Aliciaxlife. You're currently watching Aliciaxdeath. Aliciaxlife is the Twitch. The link in the description below is the original video. Support the original. Do not be a dickhead. Thank you. Let's get into it. Today's code word is flash. There's a lot of flashing lights in Max0r videos. Flash! Flash is the code word.
The World is an action-style third-person beat-em-up, slice-em-up, carve-em-up, drink-em-up, kill them all, where you play as John World, or the Joker, and his normal cat, as we find and research the world's most amazing and charismatic megafauna so we can peacefully relocate them to the afterlife. Do you ever...
Peacefully relocate them to the afterlife is such a fucking bar. Holy hell. I need to use that from now on.
regret not being born in time to hunt Siberian mammoth? Or perhaps you're the kind of man who open carries to the zoo, waiting for the day that the chimps become excited. If so, this game could be for you. Set in the hostile and exotic wasteland.
Do any of y'all bring your like, firearm holders? You know, concealed carry moffuckers? Have you ever brought a gun to a zoo before? I need to know how American you are. Anybody? I'm just checking. Depends. Depends? What?
Of Australia, we play as an inherently bloodthirsty and violent race known only as Caucasoidus anglicus, and we're here to destroy the local environment as much as humanly possible, so I can wear it. Along the way, overcoming many varieties of horrifying creatures unknown to God, ranging from plausible and interesting specimen to fucking Thanos. And yes, I am reviewing Monster Hunter World and not Rise because the phrase Nintendo Switch port does not fill me with confidence. I'm sure it's
so valid. I'm sorry, have you guys played anything that's a Switch port before? Oh, that shit hurts.
It's a fantastic game, but this looks like an excellent Gary's Mod map. So without further ado, it's time to explain to you my favorite animal cruelty simulator with a game attached to it.
God damn!
It's been so long since I've last seen my son, lost to this monster. First and fistmost, Mobster Chucker is a game about options because there's a few of them. At least 3 monsters are present in the game, possibly 94, and every one of them has 2 armor sets to hunt after these amazing beasts. And
okay, to be fair, so when I started playing, Monster Hunter, I recorded it too, and I was overwhelmed. And you know what? This makes me feel validated. I was like, this is a lot of menu. This is nice, but this is a lot of menu.
And where to find them, you need to get into the mindset of our distant ancestors. You see, humans are what we call persistence hunters, which means we kill by running down our prey until they beg us for death. For reference, our closest competitors in a marathon are sled dogs and a horse. Imagine for a moment that you're this big fucking turkey and it's almost time for Thanksgiving. After a long and arduous battle, you run away as far as you can, but every time you turn around, he's still there. And even worse, it's wearing your skin. This is the mentality you must adopt if you're to survive the wilds of Queensland. The mammoth deserves to be extinct because he was weak. We arrived to this new world of possibility known as the Denny's parking lot as part of the 5th Fleet of the Research Commission, exploring and murdering this vast continent to track down the whereabouts of an ancient elder dragon. Now, as someone from a country who killed millions of people so we could grow fucking vegetables, this is offensive. So when I heard that these bitches were doing it to find a lizard, I decided I would engage in genocide of my own volition. You will not need motivation to kill in this game. It comes about naturally, just like
when I played, I killed things. Thank you. Uncomfortably smiles. Dude, the problem with me, okay, is when I go into a video game, I'm here to hack, slash, and beat and shoot a motherfucker up. The moment you give me menus and items, my brain is like, oh, I didn't come here for that. You know, because there's like when you're playing like a RPG, right? Regular, like I mean, like turn-based. I mean, like turn-based RPGs. My brain's like, okay, yeah. Then you put me into one that's like this open world, and I gotta fight things, and I'm just overstimulated. Alicia, it's not about strategy. No, I'm saying is that I can read. I'm fine with like reading for like a strategy RPG or like a real-time strategy game. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But you put me to read menus. I don't read menus. Like I just want to with weapons. Does that make sense?
Polio. And to bring about this timely demise, we are given a choice of 14 weapons, all of them completely different from one another.
Okay, but you see, like my whole point, right? The menuing looks toxic.
From one another.
Okay, never mind.
We are given a choice of 14 weapons, all of them.
Like, look how toxic this fucking menu looks. This is so many buttons. It's just so many. I don't like it. Give big sword. That's all I want. Too much. That's not any. Okay, right. So I no. No. I don't like options. It's true, I don't. I just want to hit things. I don't like, it's so easy when you play other games. Get better sword, better stats, use. This is like you must forge your weapons and carve it from the blood of your enemies, and then you must wear your enemies as kilts. Thus you are able to do this epic battle cry while your cat companion cooks you great dungeon meshy foods. Like, I'm a baby! I'm a fucking baby! I just want to swing a weapon. I don't want to know more besides that. You know? Oh, okay, MOBA menus I don't mind. But that's because I go into a MOBA already, like, in the mindset that I'm playing a MOBA. Does that make sense? You know what? That is... Yeah. The game challenges the current mindset. You go, derp. Yeah, exactly. How old are you for a baby? Baby is a mentality. It's not an age. I am old as a motherfucker, but I'm a baby when it comes to Monster Hunter. Okay, actually, any open world game. I really do struggle with open world games in general. It's the only reason I didn't finish Elden Ring. Elden Ring's combat style was incredibly fun. But I'm like, there's no waypoints. I love that for the immersion, but I'm kind of stupid. Where do I go? Right? And then I'm like, I need a waypoint and a guiding light that shows me the way. I don't want to just do adventures. Yeah, but if you set your own waypoint, you have to know where to go. Do you understand? I have anxiety! This is why I like solo linear games. Solo linear games, if you put me on one, I'm good. Right? Or anything PvP. Because I am extremely competitive and I love to go against other people. Okay? I am my own worst enemy, okay? So if you put me in anything that involves me doing things for myself, I'd fumble. This, I have to do things for myself in a menu. That's not good. That's not good for me, okay? Does that make sense now? But if it's pre-done for me, my brain okay. My brain okay. We've learned a lot about Alicia today. Alicia's the real reason we got yellow. Okay, but like I understand there's some of you who like have the world immersion and you don't like the waypoint stuff when you like click on a quest and then it automatically shows you the path to get there. I get that. That's fine. It's for me. I'm the bean who gets lost, okay? I'm the one who still uses Google Maps when going to a location I've been to 20,000 times in real life, okay? Because I just want to make sure, okay? Sometimes you just want to make sure, okay? Why are we so, okay? Like...
them completely different from one another, like the light bowgun and the heavy bowgun and the bow. But let me tell you, if I were stranded alone on a desert island, I would probably choose the fucking gun, because the only people in this world that I trust are my two best friends, Smith and Wesson. This is why I chose the gun lance, which is what you think it is. Now, of course I could have chosen the literal machine gun, but playing with these weapons changes the game into a first-person shooter where the objective is to keep the gun away from your mouth. Instead, I was drawn to the insect glaive because
my greatest enemy. Ah!
1, it lets me literally fly and the floor is paying taxes. 2, I get to lace a giant bee with C4 high explosives and throw it at people. And yes, there is an upgrade tree dedicated to bees. 3, I get to mount monsters and that lets me spam custom dialogue at everyone in the game.
Okay, tee the fuck up. Chat, I'm just Luffy pilled to the point where it's embarrassing. You know how Luffy at the beginning of every fucking arc, he just goes, I'm gonna go punch this person. And it doesn't matter what the fuck anyone else is doing. He goes, I'm gonna go punch that person. And they're like, Luffy, we have to go do blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I want to go punch that person. That's me. Okay? I just want to punch the person. The semantics, the way that we get there, don't give a fuck. I just want to punch the motherfucker. Okay? Does that make sense? And eat some fucking meat and cheeses, man. Just eat some good food. Yeah, I seek violence. Right.
Side note, you can fully customize your automatic callouts to preemptively diagnose the cause of your teammate's death, which is very funny, but your choice isn't just between weapon types, but also weapon elements. I won't get into it now since there are a few of them, but my favorites would have to include...
No, what was that? No. Alicia. It's fine, Alicia. It's a fan-made list. Yeah, man. There's still all those possibilities inside the game, though, right? Those possibilities exist in the game, right? You don't need to know them all. Just what's possible. That's too much, man. I don't like that, man. I don't...
But my favorites would have to include the dragon element, the sleep element, or even blast element. Every monster is weak to blast element. So with all these varied choices, chances are high that at least one weapon speaks to your specific mental illness. Just don't play the hunting horn unless you want Rock Band for engineering students. Don't worry, I know exactly why you're here. I too want to know what this thing's foreskin looks like on my mantelpiece. Fortunately, World has you covered. I haven't really explained this because it's in the title, but in this game you hunt monsters. This doesn't just mean killing them, although there is a lot of that. There's two ways to complete a hunt, Republican and Democrat. Both of them result in endless pain for the animal. Here's the difference. Killing them by slowly breaking each individual bone is a mercy. Capturing them will always give you more body parts than skinning them, which can include their skulls. The only logical conclusion is that we disassemble them like a crab factory. And those are the lucky ones, because the other ones are subjected to cockfighting, and my bet always wins. The gameplay of Angry
PETA's gonna have a field day with your ass. Citation! Citation! Citation!
birds can best be described as bloodborne with no health bars. For most monsters, that's okay because counting broken bones is enough, but some of these bastards spend more time close to death than Joe Biden. In fact, while hunting, your prey will attempt to escape you several times and fail. Really, the entire gameplay loop is just finding new things to turn inside out and then fashioning yourself the perfect drip out of their intestines. Of course, there's a lot of ways to build your swag with a myriad of
Why would I need to have in-game loot with their intestines when I can just cultivate my chat? Come now. Whose intestines will I wear today is for my scarf? Come. Me next. Mine. Take mine. Not again. Not again! Haven't I been abused enough here? Okay. Goddamn mods.
of skills like the fast food build, the eating less build, the eating for free build, and lest we forget, the mushroom consumption build to complete my ultimate McDonald's form. No self-respecting hunter would ever think of going outside without slightly reducing the effects of minor wind pressure. Or you can do damage, like a fucking moron. Take your armor for—
No, no. The slight wind pressure.
or a spin and throw a body in the bin. Repeat until you win. That's the entire game. This being said, there are complications. It's better to think of them not like video game enemies, but very stupid cats. And like cats, these bitches are territorial, sometimes even going so far as to beat each other to death while I'm fighting them. But I think my favorite example of this would have to be Mr. Nikon. This bastard is designed to wander into random battles, catch you in 4K HD, and then leave for literally no fucking reason. And if that doesn't suit your fancy, there's always Bazinga Goose, whose sole objective is tracking you down across the map to carpet bomb you for the crime of playing the game. Now, I don't normally play
You know what? That gives me the same energy as, like, have you ever played Borderlands and, like, there's like a rack in the sky? There's like a group of racks, but you didn't really notice them because you're like listening to other music or doing something else. So you don't hear them above you or notice them because you're doing something else. And they just fucking, and they hit your head. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is fucking racks? You start shooting them in the air, and then the dinglehead in front of you starts throwing Molotovs at you, and you're like, shut up! I'm trying to shoot the motherfucking racks! I'm good.
Monster Hunter since I'm more of a Connect 4 SpongeBob man, but the sheer variation on display here is really something. Every single animal has their own unique role, and mine is putting them into a museum. As a rule, for every single kind of beast, if violence does not work, use additional violence. Now that we have a good
B-52 bomber, my beloved. This is insane.
understanding of our victims, it's time to take our domestic violence international, because this is a Monster Hunter world.
That's so fucking funny. No, that's like a good DV joke, bro. DV jokes are scary to make, man, but that's a good one. Like, just making a play on words based.
One that makes no fucking sense, both geographically and ecologically, just like the real Australia. So upon beginning the game, we make our way across the dangerous but inoffensive lands of New South Wales, learning the basics,
holding a knife.
surviving, and expanding our newly founded gulag of Sydney. This hell will be your base of operations for most of the game, complete with every kind of amenity you can expect from savage Welshmen. It's here that we rearm, research, and reforge my weapon again because I am indecisive. There's even a pig that won't stop following you. You can pet it, but not too much because what matters is consent. But most importantly, this is where we use racial segregation because for some reason the only chefs in the entire camp are cats, and this is a very unsanitary cooking environment. You see, food isn't just a buff, and it's not just a cutscene. It's fucking mandatory. I mean, just look at the cardio. My body's an airplane.
Okay, to be fair, one of the things that made me want to play Monster Hunter was the fact those cooking cat animations are so fucking adorable. Okay, that makes me happy. So, yep.
Powered by dead chickens. To put it simply, the game is unplayable with an empty stomach for two reasons. One, it looks like this, and two, I don't have to explain shit. The next areas on our list are what I collectively call the stank tank. And to get there, we need to contact the 3rd Expedition Fleet, who have spent the last 30 years smoking weed in their spaceship.
Hey, the fart reverb.
This is pretty much why we're here. This new environment is firstly comprised of the Coral Highlands, which are filled with a beautiful
really
and
pretty.
alien ecology, able to support a wide range of pit bulls and more literal balloon animals. From this point onward, biology is more of a suggestion, but looking just underneath the surface, we find the true source of this bizarre life. It's death. The Rotten Vale is an area built and designed to simulate San Francisco and is sustained only by the miracle of rotting corpses and feces. You may be asking yourself some important questions right now, such as, can the smell kill me, or how the fuck? As it turns out, every monster in the New World has an inherent instinct to die here, specifically, which begs the question, why do predators even exist if they can just wait? And also, yes, the stench physically hurts you. Technically, these are all the areas you need to beat the game, by about 30%, because upon entering our next area, Monster Hunter turns up the heat and scales every monster back to being threatening again. Yes, even the Great Jagrussi. That means more weapons, more armor, and even more temptation to kill.
No. No Draglissy for me. No. No more. Only 50% of players reach high level. Oh my fuck. Oh my fuck.
Kill every mammal larger than myself. Again, it's safe to say that this game has a time requirement. So after 30 hunts or so, we finally arrived to the temperate lands of Western Australia. You know, the state that lost a civil conflict with flightless birds. Fortunately for us, biology is no longer a suggestion. It's a restraining order. We've got fish that swim through molten magma, lizards that eat rocks, and of course my personal favorite animal, Thanos. His main attack is the crush force of his rock-solid chin.
Oh my god, he's slapping his chin around!
Controlling the monster mechanic a little better. It really breaks down when you encounter the fire. But among the many features of this game, we haven't even gotten close to the train wreck that is the story. After all, there is a reason we ventured into the land of unusual thermodynamics. It's just a really bad reason.
Oh, okay then.
First of all, we can tell that this game is a literary masterwork by the fact that characters do not have names. Who can forget such personalities as the Handler, the Commander, and a fucking Ganondorf? The story is comprised of two major arcs. Where in the world is the 50-foot-tall lizard, and gee, I wonder what Ganon is up to. Both of which are made excessively worse when the game automatically sets the Handler to be in a catsuit. And at this point, I'm afraid of turning it off. Okay, one last thing.
What? Like a DLC?
Everyone, if I see anyone else on this fucking ship say the words Nekopara cosplay, I will invert your penis with my foot. For the first arc of our multiple stage...
See, I don't play Nekopara. I play Neku Waifu's Mosaic 2. Like a based Giga Chad. That's a real fucking game, by the way.
manga that ends in a sex scene. We chase after the amazing boss fight Zora Magdaros as we apparently forget the location of a giant kaiju several times. This being said, you don't want to find him because his boss battle is an environmental puzzle primarily comprised of loading cannonballs for 30 minutes and then waiting for the boss to move very slowly. That way we can penetrate him with our oddly phallic spear that extends when needed. And for the second arc of our new Genshin anime on Spike TV, we team up with Ganon to discover new and amazing elder dragons all across the continent. And of course, I mean discover like the Vikings meant trade. This is where some of the toughest and most annoying bosses in the entire game happen, featuring such
the
great
monster
fights
designs
as
are fucking cool, man.
I cannot say with a hard R, the COVID Beast, and my personal favorite, Margaret Thatcher's Nightmare. Of course, there is more to this game because there's always more, but that is basically how you beat the first half.
Oh, that one looks so cool. This big ice boy.
There's an expansion for this game that is more expensive than the game itself, which doubles the content and the playtime. I'm gonna be fucking real, guys. I'm not covering that shit. This video is supposed to be short because I made it while on vacation, and vacation for me means working 8 hours a day. This game is lengthy, and you should definitely play it if you have the time, but in my current mental state, I do not. So with the release of Elden Ring, I think it's time to move on to a better project. This is basically a Max0r filler episode, and if you like World, then just get the Iceborne expansion because it's more of the same, but twice as tall and most of the monsters are on crack. And just to prove it, half of the footage in this review is Iceborne. This is a game that I believe you have to experience because there's just so much, and yet so little time. Thanks for watching, guys.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
I always leave a Max0r video feeling like my attention span is either not cooked enough because I'm overstimulated. So that means I don't really do the whole, I don't use TikTok. I don't look at shorts. That's why I don't make short form content, because I don't like scrolling and short form content in general. So I'm very overstimulated. So it's a lot. But they're always filled with a lot of fun. His humor is so fucking good, man. His humor is so good. It hits the right point of edgy. You know what I mean? It's not like the cringe edgy. It's like the good feeling of cringe edgy, you know? There's like a line and a balance, and he really hits the right tone that I like, so I appreciate that a lot. Oh, fucking nails it. It's Goofy. Yeah, we love Goofy. Anyways, the original video is linked in the description below. Please go support that and leave it a comment. And hey, while you're here too, I hope you stick around the channel. I upload daily. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.